thought I was doing everything right. This past week has been an interesting story that I'm going to share with you. And also, it's been a new lesson for me that I think that we should discuss when it comes down to feeling like you're doing everything right. You're working out, you're doing the weightlifting, you're eating high protein foods, meals, right? You're doing all the things you should do and time restricted and putting it in perspective in the day, and also not eating, at a late hour, I would say. Not at a very late hour, say 8 o'clock, and I'm still bloated, inflamed, puffy, and totally frustrated. Do you understand what I'm saying? So all the clean eating, fasting, weight training, even going to bed at a decent hour and not necessarily getting interrupted in caregiving, And I thought I was keeping everything in check, hormonally speaking, but no, the bloat was out of control. And I don't get it. Sometimes you just don't get it. Then it all hits again. It all comes back to simplifying. Does this sound familiar? Are you feeling me on this? This is why I have to make this a 2-part series. I think I found some solutions to break glass in case of emergency when the bloat is out of control and you can't fit in your clothes. All of a sudden it's like everything I've been doing just been thrown out the window. I do not get it, and I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. You have that feeling? Okay, I know you do. I know you get what I'm saying. Our bodies are so unique. Our systems are so unique over 50, and even in our 40s in perimenopause. But when you get into menopause, it's a whole nother ball game here. This is something that menopause hormones will have you confused if you don't do your research and figure out what works for you. So is the weight up? Is there water retention, right? All of this is in menopause. Pants too tight, all these things. I come to the conclusion that I was pushing too hard, as if I was back in my 30s. High stress. I've been having a lot going on with my mom, and then very little rest. I say that I've gone to bed on time, yes, and I say maybe I wasn't interrupted, but I've been having heck of sinuses. One nostril was plugged up probably for 3 days. I know I wasn't breathing very well while I'm sleeping. So your body is working and is kind of overstressed, and then the cortisol levels were high. All the rules that I had put on myself to do everything right? The workouts, exercise, get the sleep, stop the sugar, low carbs, just many different things that I was trying out and trying to see what kind of meals would work for changing it up a little bit. But, I just made myself more confused and the body was more confused. And so voila, bloating because you're putting too much stress on yourself. In other words, my belly was screaming for balance. And instead, I was doing more things. It's telling you that you don't need more effort. You're already doing the right things. And it goes back to one of my short videos about your body is a signal. It's giving you a warning sign, hence the bloating, that you're doing too much. You're just doing too much and you need to relax and sit back and just enjoy the journey. The moment you realized it isn't fat gain, it's inflammation. I had to stop outworking the bloat, if you will, and start listening to what my body needed at the time. Life is happening, right? Everything is happening at different times, sometimes all at once. But do we need to do so many different things and say yes to everything? Absolutely not. You need to learn to say no and to clear out your to-do list and have a to-don't list, right? A don't list. Okay, so I paused and I reset. I gave myself 3 days to simplify and get back to the basics. And it's kind of like I was mentioning about a belly fat kind of guide. Well, I really think it's more like a belly fat rescue plan, right? break glass in case of emergency. I was doing a lot of crazy things, guys. I gave myself 3 days to simplify. I cut back on the intense workouts. As you know, I mentioned before that I was doing a lot of heavy lifting, and my workouts became a thing, and I felt like I had to do it 5 days a week. And on top of my walking, and you're already in the heat and you're losing a lot of electrolytes. So I wasn't drinking enough water. So I really had to buckle down and focus on the intake. So focus on the meals, real food, right? And stop snacking, and focus on the water intake, and really have quality sleep, yes, and do a stress reset. That means cut out all the stuff and the crap going on in your life and stop working your mind and working yourself into oblivion where you feel like you're going to go and have a panic attack. Life is going to happen no matter what, and we need to do ourselves a favor and not help it along to stress us out to a point where the insulin resistance increases, as well as the cortisol levels rising, right? And it's going to give you that belly fat, that bloat. I mean, literally, I felt like I bloated all the way around my body. So in the next video, it's going to be a part 2, and I will put it up real quick. I'm going to share exactly what I did for those next 3 days to get rid of the bloat, and I'll show you why it worked. So if you feel puffy, frustrated, just bloated all the way around, inflamed, leave a comment below if you are feeling the same way that I am and have gone through in the last few days. So if it is you and you feel like you just don't know what else to start with and where to begin, just tell me in the comment section. I'd love to hear more, and I'll try to answer some questions in the next video if it is something that I haven't already covered. And you're ready for a reset, don't miss part 2. Always remember, you can begin again. And we're gonna do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.